Hey guys, so this video is all about the basic commands on Linux. I have put some around 20 to 25 commands. I would say like these are all very basic, and this should be known by all the engineers who are studying, who's coming from non-IT to IT, who wants to learn, AWS or DevOps, so they should know the basics of these Linux commands, whatever I'm going to, explain you right now. Okay, the first thing is, I hope everybody knows about this. I've already started one instance, AWS instance. So if you guys don't know how to launch an instance, just visit my other videos. Now, there is one instance is running. This is on Ubuntu, so I'm just hitting on connect. I'm hitting on connect. There are various ways of connecting to the instance. I'm just using EC2 instance connect, and then I have it on the connect button. Now here, if you see, yes, I'm into the console now. Now, where can you see my the commands here in GitHub? This is my username beginners-samir, and there is a repo called AWS-for beginners, and inside the AWS for beginners there is something called classes, and then there is a day one, and then here I have mentioned list of basic and important commands.txt. So you can always clone my repo, and then I'll keep on adding everyday worksheet or whatever updates I have. I will be doing it every day. So this is the thing which I'm going to explain here. Okay, so here I have mentioned around maybe 48 commands. So we have a lot of other important commands which I might have missed, but based on my experience, I think these are all the commands is okay to kickstart, even though we have a lot of other commands like awk, sed, other regular expression commands, but I did not mention all those commands here. But whatever commands I have mentioned, this is more than enough to kickstart. Okay, cool. What is the first command here? So df. So if I go to my console here, this is my console, guys. I'm just hitting clear, clear the screen. Okay. You can hit clear screen, or you can hold the control and then L key. Okay, hold the control and then L key. That will also clear. Okay, so there are two ways. Great. The first thing is, okay, before I go here, df, I think while I teach you guys, I'll just edit it right now. 1 minute. So the first thing what I normally do is, what we normally do is, so if you type id, okay, what this id command does is, id will tell you, okay, who is the user logged in. So Ubuntu is the user. See, Ubuntu, this one is the user, and then group id is Ubuntu, groups is Ubuntu, and other groups we have. So if you type groups here, so it will tell you how many groups I mean part of it. Okay, so this Ubuntu user ID has been part of Ubuntu group, ADM group, dial-out group, CD-ROM, floppy, sudo, so a lot of things. Okay, this is one way of finding out, okay, this user ID has been part of how many groups. Okay, but there is another command, cat etc group. If you do that, yeah, here on the left side, the first colon you have, so before the first colon, whatever you see, those are all the group. So Docker, Ubuntu, systemd, LXD, netdv, admin, and everything. Okay, so for example, in this one we have Docker, and this is a group name, and on the extreme right we have Ubuntu ID. So Ubuntu ID is being added to the Docker group. Okay, so this is two ways of checking it. Let me tell you again. The first one is, if you type ID, it will tell you all the history, who is the user ID, what is the group ID, everything. If you type groups here, so it will tell you what are the number of groups you've been part of this Ubuntu user ID. Yeah, and now there is another way. If you type cat/etc/group, then it will tell you how many number of groups you have: Docker, Ubuntu, systemd, LXD, netdv, lot of things. Okay, cool. Now the next thing is, okay, I did not add it here. Maybe I will just add it right now. Groups or cat etc group. Yeah, there are three ways. Now the next thing is I want to add one more uname. Uname is nothing but, okay, what is the flavor of your OS? So mine is the Linux here. So I'll just add this one also. So if you type uname -a, so it will tell you a lot of things. So Linux, and what is the IP, and what is the version of Linux, and what is the time, date, extra things, you will get it. Okay, that is also there. So I'll just add uname-a. Now uname-r, if you hit enter, then it will tell you the Linux kernel version. Okay, so it's 5.13. It's a kernel. If somebody is asking you which kernel version, so you can always run this command uname-r, uname-r for kernel version. Okay, cool. Now uname-i. Okay, this is the architecture. x86_64 is nothing but Intel 64-bit. So uname-i 32 or 64-bit, 64-bit architecture identification. Cool. Okay, now one more thing, cat etc os-release. If you type this, so this will give you what is the flavor of Linux. So right now this is an Ubuntu, and you know, what is the version? It is 20.04. And what is the alias name for this 20.04? It is focal fossa. If you Google it, Ubuntu latest version, let's see what is it. Okay, Ubuntu, what is the latest? Yeah, click on it. What is the latest version? Yeah, so the latest LTS version of Ubuntu is Ubuntu 20.4 LTS focal fossa, which is the same thing, focal fossa. Okay, just curious, what is the Red Hat latest version? Okay, just give me a minute. So Red Hat, wow, Red Hat Enterprise one is 8.4. 8.4 is the latest one, Red Hat, and Ubuntu is 20.04. Okay, cool. That's great. Now let me add this as well here, cat etc os-release. So this will display the flavor of Linux. Okay, so all the eight commands are done. Now let me go to the 10th one. I'm sorry. Okay, let me give a break here so that we'll understand. Okay, now the 10th one. So what is DF? So Samir, what is DF? DF is nothing but, if you type DF, enter. Okay, so what do you understand by this is DF is nothing but disk free. Okay, disk, you know, it just gives you okay, what all the directories are having, how much space available, and how much is used. So this will give you the entire file system. Okay, now, okay, always remember, okay, if you're not sure, okay, what is this command, how to type it, just type df space -- help. If you type help, so it will just give you what all the options I can add with df. So I can add df space a or -- all, and a couple of other things. Okay, say for example this one, df -h or human readable. So what I'll do, okay, before that let me tell you again, if you type df, see, it's saying something 27392, you know, 363.120. It's not human readable form. Okay, even though this shows in some size, file size, but we are not sure what kind of size is it. Okay, so df space, if you type -h here, so now see the difference here. The first thing, without anything, just type df, you're just giving some numbers. But here if you type df -h, it just gives you, okay, our normal, you know, day to day we'll talk about MB, KB, GB. It just gives you this. So this is the size column, 7.7 GB. Okay, and out of 7.75 GB, 7 GB, used is 3.5, available is 4.3, and used in percentage. Okay, and on the right and on the extreme right, these are all nothing but these are all the directories. Okay, and on the first column, it's just a file system. Okay, cool. Now that is the df-h. I think I've mentioned it here. Yeah, df-h. Now let's talk about something else. df-x tmps. So what is this df-x I'm using? Say for example, let me do df-h. Okay, in case if you're not using hyphen h, what you can do is hyphen human readable. So it's also same. Okay, either you can use df space hyphen h or hyphen human hyphen readable. Okay, if you go for df hyphen help, you can see that, say the first column it says hyphen b hyphen a hyphen h hyphen, or you can put double hyphen, and then you have to you have to expand this hyphen h, which is nothing but human readable. Okay, you have to expand this hyphen I in with double hyphen I nodes. So likewise you need to keep doing that. Okay, cool, that's more than enough. Now let me tell you one more thing. df hyphen h. So what is the last one? For example, you want to check only this file system, tmpfs. Okay, so how will you do it? So df and then hyphen. Okay, so df hyphen x uh, and then the last file system, for example, df-x tmpfs. Just give me a minute. Okay, so what exactly happened was you don't want this file system to be displayed. Apart from this file system, you want other file systems to be displayed. So it is excluding, hyphen x means it is excluding this particular file system. Okay, say for example, if you do this df-x tmps, so here I did not get anything called only tmpfs. Okay, say for example you don't want slash dev slash loop one. Let's see what happens. Okay, df-x slash dev slash loop one, enter. See, you do not get anything. Okay, df-x slash dev slash loop one. Okay, you are getting it. Just give me a minute. X tmpfs. Okay, df-x dev tmpfs. Okay, so basically this just excludes it. Okay, that's what I want to show it to you. So the nutshell is df is nothing but it just gives you, okay, how much space particular file system is being used. If somebody is asking you how much file system is being used, you can always run this command called df, and then df-h will be very useful for you just to see, okay, how much file system has been used, how much is available, and what's the use percentage. Yeah, that's what I want to convey this to you. And we have other options, as you see df-help, you will see a lot of other options. Okay, and even I haven't used these many options yet. Okay, so you can go through, even most of the people never used all these options. Okay, unless you are encountering various scenarios. And also man, if you type man means manual page, man space df, it will give you a lot of other things as well. It'll give you a detailed explanation on, okay, what are the things you can use with df, what are the various options. Okay, so here you have to press the f key. If you press the f key, it will move to the next page. Okay, and then at the last you have to press the q key, and then it'll come to your terminal. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you again, man is nothing but it's just like it's equivalent to df-help. Okay, but manual page will give you detailed explanation, man space df. If you hit enter, and then you're getting this page. Now on your keyboard just press the f key one time, it will move to the next page. If you put the f key one more time, it will move to the next page. F means forward. If you hit the f key, it will move to the f. And the last line, if you see, it says yes, it has reached the end. And then if you want to quit, you have to press the q. Now I hit the q key. That's it. Now I came back to my terminal. Okay, cool. So that is important. So let me add this also, df-help or man df. Perfect. Now disk free space we completed. Now I want to tell you something. Ping. If you type ping is nothing but ping is very useful for your day-to-day operation to check whether any sites or any resources is responding or not. So the first thing is, if you want to check ping hyphen v capital, this is the version, okay, of the ping. And the next one is, if you type ping hyphen, okay, for example, let me do it 1 minute. Yeah, ping space www.google.com. So if you do this, what happens is it's trying to ping the www.google.com. Google.com corresponding IP address is this one, okay, and you keep getting a response. So ping is nothing but packet internet gopher, and ping is working on a protocol called ICMP protocol, okay, Internet Control Message Protocol, ICMP protocol. Remember this. So this would be useful, when we are doing some sort of setup in security groups in EC2. So if you see, this keeps on running. In order to interrupt this, what you do is you have to press the control key and the C for Charlie. Hold the control key and keep it hold, and then you press the C key, and then it will come out of it. Okay, now if you want to see ping space hyphen C 2 and then www.google.com, if you hit enter, what happens is it will just ping you only for 2 times, and then it will automatically come. But if you type ping space www.google.com, then if you hit enter, it will keep on going every second. If you want to come out, as you guys already know, you have to press the control key and then press the C key, C for Charlie. If you do that, hold the control key, enter the C key, that's it. It means interrupt. Control C means interrupt. Okay, cool. And then let's try this. Ping space hyphen I for www.google.com. So what this says is, see, there is a delay. If you see the first 2 entry, and then there is a delay of 4 seconds. See, third, 4 seconds again. So every response or request it's sending or receiving, it will take 4 seconds. So that's what it says, ping space hyphen I4. Okay, if you keep saying 5, 6, 7, it depends on that 7 seconds, 8 seconds or something. But if you see ping space www.google.com, see, it's doing very fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you see ping hyphen I, for example, 6 seconds, okay, google.com, see, it just stopped for 6 seconds, and then, yeah, okay. So anyways, these many other options we have, okay, and I wanna give you one more thing, ping hyphen C, and then 5 hyphen Q, www.google.com. Let's see what it does. So what exactly this will do is, this will give you okay, where is it? Ping, yeah. So this is what I typed, ping hyphen C5 hyphen Q www.google.com. So what exactly this did is, it just pinged www.google.com, but it did not give me these many things like replies, okay, rather it just gave me the last 3 lines, the statistics alone. Okay, so what is the statistics? Okay, 5 packets transmitted, 5 received, 0 packet loss. It means that the communication has happened successfully. Okay, if you see any 100% packet loss or 50% packet loss, then there is some issue with the network. And here if you see minimum, average, maximum means minimum time and maximum time and then average time, okay, of getting a response or sending the response. So this is also very useful if you just want to see the statistics, rather you want to see the entire pinging. For example, again, ping space www.google.com. If you hit enter, see, you're getting all the replies. After, if you press Ctrl C, then you're getting the statistics. So, but if you run this command, right, ping space hyphen C, okay, 5 hyphen Q www.google.com, what it will do is, it will do the 5 times pinging, and then it will give you, see, 5 times, it means 5 packets transmitted, 5 received, and then it's giving the statistics. Okay, so that's the thing for ping. Okay, that is also done. Now the next thing is wget command. So Samir, what is this wget command? Wget is nothing but just to download some files into your box, into your Linux box or Linux machine. Okay, so again, wget, if you do it, it needs some sort of URL here. You need to type, which I'll show it to you. So wget -help, if we put, it'll give you all the options. So what are the options we can use with wget? See this? A lot of options are there. Okay, so I didn't work on a lot of things. Okay, I mean, most of the guys have never worked on this. What we normally do is wget. Okay, before that, the wget. Okay, manual page is also there. Once you get the manual page of any command, just type the, hit the F key. F key is a forward, and then once you reach the end of the page, it will tell you end. Okay, see, end, and then you press the Q key. That's it. So now it came out of the manual page. Okay, cool. So I'm going to download something now. For example, if you search in your Google libc.html, if you hit enter, you'll get this first one. Okay, just right click on it. Okay, and then copy link address. Click on copy link address, come back to your terminal, and then here I'm going to type okay, I'm gonna type wget. Okay, right click. Okay, I'm sorry, wget control. Okay, 1 minute, guys, let me clear it again. Okay, wget control V. Okay, so this is a link which I copied here. When I did a right click, copy link address, I got this link. And I'm hitting enter. Now what it does is it just going and taking the file, and it is just downloaded libc.html. If you type ls, see, there is something called libc.html is there. Okay, so this is the main functionality of wget. Okay, where you can download the files, guys. Okay, perfect. Now what is next? Now let me go back to my GitHub page. Okay, the next one is ls. I think everybody would be aware of this ls. Ls is nothing but list the files. Okay, let me put a star here. Okay, this is done. Now I'm gonna talk about ls. Okay, ls is nothing but list the files. So here, if you type, I'm clearing the screen. If you type ls, it'll just give you what are the files you have, what are the directories you have. Okay, if you want to see only the directories, ls-d and then star. If you put 1 minute, ls-l, ls-d. Okay, this is various flavors of Linux, so let me do it again. So ls-l will list all the files with the permissions, and which is the user, and which is the group, and what is the size, and on which date this was last modified. All those things will come up. Okay, and there is something called ls-lh. If you type ls-lh, again, it will be h is nothing but human readable form, which we already saw it in df in the earlier command. Here, if you see, there is a difference. See, it says 1716 something, but here it's in the 168 KB, and this is the 4 KB, and this is something else here, numbers. It's very difficult to read the first section, but here, since I've used -h, this is just easily readable, 5.7. so if you put, wherever you add h, it'll be easily readable. Okay, I think I've added here ls-lh. Oh yeah, it's there. Okay, cool. The next one is let's do this. Okay, the next command is ls-r. Okay, so what is ls-r does? If you type ls-r, okay, before that I want to tell you something. pwd is nothing but present working directory. So present working directory is, I'm working on this location, /home/ubuntu. Okay, pwd is /home/ubuntu. Now if you type ls, just ls alone, it just give you the file name. That's it. So how many files I have? 1 2 3 4 5 blah 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 blah. Okay, if you want to count it, how many files, for example, if you have hundreds of files, if you want to count it, ls space, put the pipe symbol, okay, which you can see above the enter button. Okay, wc-l. wc is nothing but word count, -l is means a line. So what this does is, so it just lists out the file, and then it's counting how many files you have. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 items are there. I can't say files, you can say items. Okay, how many items are there? So 7 items are there. Cool. Okay, I think I have to add this somewhere here. Okay, ls wc-l, it'll give you the number of files or a number of items. Okay, if you want to see the hidden files, ls-la. If you type ls-a, it'll give you only the file name. But if you want to see the long listing with all the permissions, what you can do is ls-la. La will give you the hidden files, hidden items. So wherever you see dot in front of the file or in front of the directory, it means that those items are hidden. Okay, but if you type normal ls-l, see, you won't get any hidden files here. But if you want the hidden files to be appearing, ls-la. Okay, cool, that is done. Now the next thing is, which is every day we guys are using, is ls-lrt. Okay, so ls-lrt is nothing but, if you type ls-lrt, what happens is, L means it will long list the item in the sense, for each file it will give you the what is the permission, what is the user ID, who's the group, blah blah blah. R means is nothing but it will sort out the entire thing, okay, in the reverse format. Okay, and T is nothing but last modification time. Okay, if you remember, I have downloaded the libc.html. That was my last file which I have downloaded or which I touched. So that's why it shows it's in the reverse format here. Now if you type ls-l, I am not putting R. Okay, I just put only the last modification time. Now this libc.html will come in the first. If you see this, see, libc.html came in the first. But if you put ls-lrt, it will reverse the format. And why we are putting ls-lrt, I'll tell you. If you have hundreds of files, okay, and then if you put ls-lt, so the screen will go down. Again, you have to move your cursor to the top, and then you have to look for the first file. Rather, what we normally do is ls-lrt will automatically give me the last modification file. So this is the easy way, and this will be very helpful for all the engineers. ls-lrt. Okay, cool. And what else I have? Yes, ls-s. Yeah, that is also important. So ls-s is nothing but, this will just give you the file size. Okay, I mean item size. Okay, I don't think that is more useful. Yeah, I think we don't need this actually. Never used it for more of the time. So okay, I think that's all, guys. And then one more thing here. So here, say for example, ls is here. Now if I'm ls, if I'm putting the greater than symbol, and then I'm just typing output.txt. So what it will do is, it will create a file called output.txt. Okay, and then if I type cat output.txt, which cat is nothing but it will show me what is the content of the output.txt. Now this ls, right? Okay, when you type ls, you got this. So this ls took printed, and then it just moved all these items into the output.txt file, which is nothing but this one. So that is the power of this greater than symbol. Okay, I mean, I hope everybody knows about this, but just thought of letting you know. Yeah, so okay, cool. So we have done with ls. Okay, and in the next video we will talk about a couple of other things as well. Okay, thanks guys.